So I'll get straight to the point. ATS is teamwork based. Well, early game you can go without using teamwork, but late game when you get to NDBD Captain, NX, and in the future Sir Katie and Calamity, you will not survive without teamwork, especially as how hard this game is in comparison to the original. I'll just state that. But first off, perks. They have level requirements, and perk slots are earned as you level up. There are 7 in total. First one's unlocked at level 5, second 10, third 25. Level 50 unlocks your 4th, level 100 your 5th, level 250 unlocks your 6th, and level 500 unlocks the 7th perk slot. There are no more beyond that. So, perks have level requirements, and some are exclusive. If you cannot tell. Things like this, well, they have cons. But they grant varied buffs. Large buffs. But they lock things. Once a perk is locked, you cannot equip it unless you have this perk unequipped. Locking perks mean you cannot unequip them during a match. So if I were to start playing, I could not unequip this perk. But things like this, where it's not locked, is this something like these are, like with it doesn't show because right now, but they'll have a lock on them. That means they're locking, and they cannot be unequipped during a round. Perks that are not locking can be unequipped during a round. Yeah, some have only buffs, like this, no cons, just locks other things. While others have cons, and some give different types of buffs rather than stat-based, so you have to read the description. Most recent update logs. Also, if you see anyone with the advocate chat tag, that means they contributed one of these tips. And you can find them in the credits. There are 40 of them. And anyone with the contributor tag will be here too. There's Jumping Galore and Seal. Developer tags will be these people. The tester tags, there are 5 of them currently. Work in Progress from DTSR 2019. They'll just be Work in Progress, not 2021. Alpha and Beta. But if you see someone with Work in Progress 2021 or Alpha 2022, that means they're from this game and not DTSR. Now, let's get into the gameplay. The main thing that you may not know is if you kill a boss before all the enemies are dead, such as Extremis or insert Tool Noob, and there are still enemies coming out or alive on the battlefield, you'll get BYF. BYF causes you to lose score, and score affects your team rank. Team ranks, if you're a high team rank, S+, gives you up to 50% more rewards, XP and money. So getting a good team rank is your goal. The smallest team rank is F, and the highest is Omega, but you usually get SSS. There are a few ways but yeah, just don't get BYF. It locks a lot of things that can increase your team score. There's also 4 classes. Summoner is currently more of a backup. You can main it, but it's kind of hard. Mage uses the mana. Regenerates over time, and during boss fights, regenerates much faster. Let me turn that on. Yeah. So, certain perks can do things, such as frag rounds causing explosions on hit. And mana is used by the lightning orb to produce as a version of Mage. Melee, you go is close quarters, except for a few specific weapons, being Pericletus, Revenge's Destiny, and Master Sword with a few abilities. Alpha Rainburner still lacks that super far range, and also weapons with the plus means there's bar on the side will appear, and you could buy different variations of said weapon. Weapons have certain bonuses. As you can see, by this weapon deals bonus damage to certain classes. Enemies have classes, as right above their name there will be a class. Rusty Noob has 0 classes. But if I were to say about, let me find Rusty Noob. Organic. Certain perks can affect organic and certain weapons, blah blah blah. Weapons have counterparts. Enemies have weaknesses and strengths. Some, such as the Ghost Noob, are extremely strong against, let's say, they're strong against anything outside of Mage, except Light. No, that's Shadow Noobs. But Spirit Noobs take heavy damage from Mage, but take very little damage to everything else. Armored enemies take increased damage from certain electric weapons and other armor-piercing weapons, but not everything else. Another thing is repairing the statue. The statue has health and lives. Repairing it is a key process. So owning a repair hammer as soon as possible is key. Even not if it's not the super repair hammer, even just a normal repair hammer will do the trick, as it still heals pretty good amounts. Now, so anyways, another thing is the shield potion and all its counterparts. Once you get late game, you might want to focus on one class once you reach levels 60, 70, 40 even. And these potions do that, granting you specific buffs. Pause if you really want to read them. And then there's, no one uses this much. No one uses this much. It's all replaced by the actual shield potion. It grants you a shield of 2,500 health. It has 0 damage reduction, but can tank damage for you. It's probably one of the, you'll need it to survive late game, unless you're going like melee or with superior health regen. Summons don't do anything on their own, but you can target enemies with them. But they do have limited range. No summon game has unlimited range currently, except maybe the Rejuvenator, but that's only if you're at range. And I'll demonstrate Bold Yet Foolish in this demonstration against ITN. Insert tool noob. A lot of bosses are said by their name split up into the first letter capitalized. So AN, Aerial Nightmare, and other such. Bold Yet Foolish has now appeared. This decreases the team score. Team score increases rank. Rank grants better rewards. If you as long as you get up to an S rank, you get plus 50% rewards. This is very important to a successful game. Good rewards mean a lot. And I mean that. So you do not want to forget that. Once all enemies are dead, Bold Yet Foolish cannot be decreased or increased. You can finish off the boss. Or in my case, you might die. SSS rank. But the no casualties really did that. No casualties is very important for the first 2 bosses, as afterward it's basically impossible. But if you can get no casualties on the first 2 bosses, it will help you immensely later in the game. Also, by now is the time to get more weapons. I have a very high amount of money from being able to solo boss, but if you're in a match with other people, it's your best option to not hog the boss. Hogging is where you take most of the boss. This is not good for you or your team. Well, it's good for you, but your team loses out on money. And this is when teamwork, usually hogging occurs when there's very little teamwork, as a good team will communicate that no one should be hogging. And the statue should be always healed. This is a priority. Another thing is, if you want to know what perks or weapons someone has, including badges, you can click on their player and it will load. So these badges are all from this game, these are the perks equipped, and these are the things they own. If you find a hacker, you can report them into the DTS, the MP Discord server, the Nostalgic Practors Discord server, or you can report them in the DTS Discord server. Either will do, and they will be banned. The mods there take moderation seriously, and it is our priority to keep them hackers out of here. As well, they got a previous DTS game shut down. This was unfortunate, and we do not want to happen again. So if you do find an exploiter, please report them to a moderator in a Discord server immediately, as it's basically impossible to report otherwise. But that's mainly the basics of the game. There are more advanced things, such as mana and stuff, but you should be able to get most by now. Also, do not say there's a meta per se. This is not a genius idea. Just do what you enjoy, please. If you enjoy playing a certain class, that's it. But do not say everything is underpowered or overpowered. Balance is a hard thing, and just please, don't be that person.